Time now, it is 5 o'clock on this Thursday evening, July 31st, 2014 on a Thursday evening time now for What a Magician, PJ Wiggins, that evening report. Thursday evening, July 31st, 2014. Good evening, everybody. Our conditions at 5 o'clock here in Norton, Massachusetts. We got a temperature of 78 degrees with first gas humidity of 45%, with speed south about 10 miles per hour. Barometer 3.10 inches, dew point about 55 degrees, visibility 10 miles, heated at 79 degrees here. Okay, let's take a look at our radar scope, and it shows a line of showers and storms northeast of Albany, metropolitan area, and then stretching it down for southern Vermont. Another batch of storms in west central New Hampshire and down from Norfolk, Concord, around Laconia, and another batch of
28-year-old two-time
rain showers Route 4 from eastern Concord and near Dover, New Hampshire, and spotty rain showers south central and around Auburn, Maine, and another batches of showers and storms in north central New Hampshire and up in northern Maine, and stretching in eastern and western portions of Quebec and northeastern portions of Ontario and northeastern portions of Ontario. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers in eastern and central portions of New York City and eastern and central portions of Pennsylvania and up in northwestern West Virginia and south central Ohio, and spotty rain showers in the northwestern Virginia and a line of showers and storms from the Carolinas, stretching at the sea, and a line of rain showers and storms from eastern Florida and southern Florida and at the southwestern coastal Florida. A lot of showers and storms in north central Mexico, down for Texas and the north Louisiana, and down for Arkansas, down for western Mississippi, and down for central Alabama. Spotty rain showers in western Iowa and eastern portions of Nebraska with some storms in the air, and spotty showers and storms in north central Mexico, down for Four Corner Range and up in Nevada, and down for northern Nevada, eastern California, and up in Oregon, and down for southern Idaho, western Wyoming, and down for Montana, and stretching up into Alberta, down for western and central portions of Saskatchewan and west central portions of Manitoba here. And spotty rain showers in west central Ontario. Runson, Iowa, good evening, 73 degrees with scattered clouds. Let's take a look at our satellite loop here, and it shows a lot of clouds covering much of the northern New England and stretching on up to Quebec and Ontario and then up into James Bay. Spotty showers in Maine, New Hampshire, and down through New York State and up Michigan and down to central Wisconsin and down for Pennsylvania, and a batch of clouds covered from Virginia down for the Carolinas, northern Georgia, stretching it down for southeastern states, eastern Oklahoma, and down for Texas, and a batch of clouds from Mexico, up in the Far Corner region, and Nevada down for eastern California, down for Oregon and Washington State, down Idaho, down for western Wyoming, down for the Montana, stretching in Alberta, down for Saskatchewan and western Manitoba, and a batch of clouds in northern British Columbia. Here.
He made a triumphant return in July, winning his first game back, and then winning the World Series clincher against the Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
The very next season.
Map situation here. Cold front from Manitoba and station front from Manitoba down from North Dakota. Cold front from northern Minnesota. To be UP, Michigan, and up in Ontario, in front of from northeastern Ontario. And in front of from northern Illinois and down off the Wisconsin coastline, in front of from Alberta, and down for central Montana, in front of from southeastern British Columbia, and down for eastern Washington and Oregon, and in front of from southwestern Oregon, and down for northwestern California with a low pressure right there. Another front of from southwestern Arizona down to the Gulf of California here. Station front from Wyoming down for the Utah and Colorado, cold front from New Mexico down for Texas here. And the station from Gulf of Mexico up in the Florida and down for Georgia and stretching out to sea. Low pressure in eastern Montana, southeast Washington, up the northern Washington coastline in eastern Ontario, and we got high pressure in western Montana and Nevada, southeastern Colorado, northeastern Missouri, Virginia, and off the New Jersey coastline here. Pair of 80-degree temperature readings in Baltimore, New York, 87 in Washington, and 78 out in Pittsburgh, 84 in Atlanta, 88 in Miami, 96 in Brownsville, 77 in Dallas, Texas, 85 in Kansas City, 84 in Omaha and Chicago, 83 in Minneapolis, 80 in Detroit, 92 in Great Falls, Montana, it's 80 in Seattle, 70 out in San Francisco, 74 in Los Angeles, 100 in Las Vegas, 106 in Phoenix, 77 in Albuquerque, 72 in Denver, and it's 83 out in Salt Lake City, Utah. Current conditions, Van region here, we have 80 degrees of temperature in Boston and Norwood, 81 out in Fitchburg, 70 in Bedford, and in Haverhill, 75 in Beverly, 74 in Gloucester, 76 in Worcester, 76 in Sturbridge, 80 in Milford and Webster and Taunton, 77 in Bedford and Falmouth and Chatham, 75 in Provincetown, 74 in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, 71 in Cape Cod Bay, 75 in Block Island, 78 in Westerly, 77 in Warwick and Smithfield, it's 80 in Springfield, it's 79 in Amherst, 77 in Greenfield, 76 in Northampton, 74 in Pittsfield, 76 in Albany, 63 in
Into a Friendly's restaurant.
Neaton 78 Bradbury, 75 in Keenan. Jeffrey, New Hampshire. It is 75 in Concord, Manchester, New Hampshire. 76 in Pottsville, New Hampshire. It's 82 in Nashville, New Hampshire. 81 out in Winslow, 80 in Hartford, 82 in Meriden, 77 in Waterbury, 80 in New Haven, it's 81 in Bridgeport, 78 in Danbury, 76 in Lansing, 80 in New York, 78 in Nisbet, 77 in Montauk. Here.
You know, the threat is really off north and west of the city. That's where we've been seeing all the activity. Nothing really around Boston, although we did have a little bit of a rain shower kind of cut through the break we split about 1:30, 2 o'clock. But here's where we've seen most of our activity. And you can see there's been quite a bit of lightning associated with it as well. Although the lightning seems to be diminishing.
Okay, let's take a look at the forecast discussion around the region. A few hit and miss showers and thunderstorms are expected this evening across southern New Hampshire and western Massachusetts. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms expected again Friday afternoon, mainly northwest of I-95. The weekend forecast remains uncertain, but the potential for periods of wet weather continues. Seasonable temperatures then expected early next week and near term until 6 a.m. Friday morning. A couple of strong storms possible across southern New Hampshire and eastern northern Massachusetts early this evening. 4 p.m. this evening, wild scattered showers and thunderstorms across the New York to New England region. Most of the activity is in New Hampshire into Maine and Australia part with a protein short wave that is lifting northeast west into northern New England with the SBC Missile Analyst indicates Cape's 501,000 JKG across much of the southern New England with the higher Cape values over the southern New Hampshire and western Massachusetts. Somewhat warmer areas moving into the mid levels, which is contributed to lower instability. However, some strong storms are possible across southern New Hampshire and the eastern extreme northern Massachusetts and to a few more hours. And elsewhere, weather looks scheduled to isolate showers and thunderstorms, possible until around sunset. A diminishing cloud cover is expected with skies becoming mostly clear. Tonight, the regional convection ends early with high pressure extended over offshore. Winds are expected to become light southwest, and there may be a patchy lingering convective debris. Clouds across our area, otherwise most of the coast guards are expected to not include racial cushion with it.
$10 million. It is obvious that many loyal customers
winds become light and temperature dipping in the mid-50s, low 60s across most locales. There. Okay, let's take a look at what is brewing
the crowd of angry
in the tropics here.
RDT loud and strong as ever. And today we're also hearing from customers who are staying away in droves. Tracy Monahan here from Ipswich.
I am supporting the workers. I'm also supporting
a Hurricane Hunter aircraft is continuing to investigate the low pressure system located about 500 miles east of
Page set up to buy a full-page ad in the Lowell Sun.
the Windward Islands. Observations from aircraft indicate that the system is producing winds up to 40 to 45 miles per hour in the northern portion of the circulation. Showers and thunderstorms could be developed over the low tonight on Friday, and which could result in tropical cyclone formation. Regardless of development, winds and gale force are likely to spread across portions of the Lesser Antilles beginning early Friday, and trust in the Lesser Antilles should continue to monitor the progress of this. Determines that it moves west-northwestward near 20 miles per hour, and watches of warnings may be required on some of these islands. Later tonight or Friday, more formation chance for waves. High 70% formation chance for 5 days. High 70%. Here.
But myself and the solo.
And the latest on tropical storm Isabel. Location 12.7 to north, 122.3 to the west. About 175 miles, 1730 kilometers southwest of the southern tip of Baja California. Maximum sustained winds 40 miles per 65 kilometers. Present movement west northwest are 295 degrees at 10 miles, 17 kilometers an hour. And minimum central pressure 1,006 millibars at 29.71 inches. Watch and warnings. There are no coastal warnings in effect. At 2 p.m. 2100 UTC, the central tropical storm Isabel was located in latitude 12.7 to north, longitude 122.3 to the west. Isabel is moving toward the west-northwest near 10 miles per hour, 17 kilometers an hour. This general motion is expected to continue throughout Saturday. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour, 65 kilometers an hour with higher gusts and strengthening is gusting during the next 48 hours. And Isabel is expected to become a high hurricane by Saturday. And tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 70 miles, 110 kilometers from the center. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,006 millibars, 29.71 inches.
This coming Sunday at 11 a.m.
Okay.
A good Ricker man is behind bars tonight after police say he went on a bank robbery spree in 3 separate
satellite images indicate a low pressure located about 1,100 miles southwest of the southern tip of Baja California Peninsula is gradually becoming better organized. Environmental conditions for additional development and a tropical depression is expected to form during the next day or two while the system moves west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 days, high 70%. Formation chance for 5 days, high 8%. An area of low pressure located about 1,500 miles east-southeast of the Big Island of Hawaii and is producing disorganized cloudiness and showers. Upper-level winds are only marginally favorable, and the development of this system should be slow to occur when it moves westward about 10 miles per during the next few days. And formation chance for 4 days, low 10% formation chance for 5 days, low 20%. Disorganized showers and thunderstorms located several hundred miles south of the Acapulco, Mexico, associated with a tropical wave. Some gradual development is possible during the next few days while the system moves westward about 10 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 hours, low near 0%. Formation chance for 5 days. Medium about 30%.
Many steps are being taken to contain the virus. Doctors are checking passengers.
And this is what's going on in the Pacific here. Okay, let's go out to...
There are no cases of Ebola in America. I would not be surprised if we see isolated cases around.
Tropical depression Genevieve is currently located about 550 miles southeast of Hawaii, and Genevieve is moving westward about 6 miles by the next advisory. The system will be issued by the Central Pacific Hurricane Center in Honolulu at 11 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time this morning. An area of low pressure about 850 miles southwest of Oahu is producing industrial showers and isolated thunderstorms. The surrounding environment may permit the system to develop solidly during the next couple of days. It moves west about 10 miles during the next few days. Forecast chance for forecast low 20% and area of low pressure is about 15 miles east-southeast of the Big Island of Hawaii is producing industrial clouded showers. Upper level winds are only marginally favorable, and development of the system should be slow to occur while it moves westward at about 10 miles per hour in the next few days. Formation chance for forecast low 10% and those with no tropical cyclones are permitted for Saturday morning. Here.
Residents feel like they're in an endless holding pattern. When will help arrive and how much will it cost?
Look at this witness.
And let's take a look what is going on in the tropic side of the Western Pacific.
Now let's take a look at first alert traffic. This is a live picture of the Mass Pike, left side coming out of Boston, right side going in. Not bad all around right now. Let's take a look at the maps because you know at this time of the day you're going to see some red. We'll start south of the city. Mass Ave 203 is built to now almost a 30-minute ride. North.
Troublesome Halong, 60 miles per hour, wind speed 75 is going to move into the northwest to become a
15 minutes from I-93 to
Category 1 typhoon.
further west, 20 minutes from the western Tulsa to 495. That's looking good too.
And stream to the tune and then back to a one as it heads toward the southeastern Japanese coast and the East China Sea. Okay, now let's get to tonight's lows. It'll be another pleasant, comfortable sleeping night on tap.
3 years later.
As temperatures around the region will be 54 to 61 degrees. Up north we can see temperatures around 50, sometimes low 40s here.
Christmas in August.
And
Sneaky deals you can get right now. Long
take a look at our weather notes here. 2 points, 50s, low 60s. Right now, isolated storm, central Massachusetts. Saturday, steady rain. And Sunday, isolated showers in central and western Massachusetts and northern New England. And tomorrow's high will be 77 to 84 degrees. Beach forecast high. Air temperature 74 to 79 degrees. Water temperature 66 to 68 degrees. And UV index 8, very high. And let us take a look at our maps. Let's take a look at the Futurecast radar here.
Amazing massage. Perfect Arch feels so good. Kitty will be
And
perfectly happy. Plus the catnip infused base keeps Kitty coming back.
let's take a look.
She'll be perfect.
They'll see the risk of showers and storms to the northern New England and for western New York this evening. And
But perfect Arch lets
the showers are going to disappear as we lose the heat in the day tonight. And then tomorrow
bristles collect the
we will start off clear. Then noontime. Showers and few storms will bubble up from Boston down to the DC and Albany and west of western New York and up in northern New England by about noontime. And then this afternoon we will have to have hit or miss showers and thunderstorms. Some spots may get, some may not. Boy, let's take a look at a view from the outside here. We'll open the door and it shows another pleasant night on tap with a few wind on tap here. Alright, let's take a look at a 7-day forecast. It goes like this. As this is brought to you by Sesame Place. Package as low as $99 per person per night. Book now at Sesame Place in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, patchy fog after 5 a.m. Podcast got low and 59 degrees. South with about 5 to 8 miles becoming calm in the evening. Friday, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Patchy fog before 8 a.m. Most of the got under 82 degrees. A light southwest wind becoming south about 6 to 11 miles per hour in the afternoon. And chance of precipitation is 20%. And Friday night, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers after 3 a.m. and mostly cloudy skies. The low and 63 degrees stop with about 5 to 7 miles becoming common in the evening. Chance of precipitation 20%. Saturday, chance of showers, mostly cloudy skies high near 66 degrees and calm wind becoming southeast about 5 miles by the afternoon. Chance of precipitation is 4%. New precipitation amounts between the 10th and quarter inch. Chance of Saturday night, chance of rain, patchwork after 1 a.m. about most clouds got low and 62 degrees and calm wind. Chance of precipitation is 4%. Sunday, chance of rain before noon and a chance of showers afternoon and most clouds got high near 77 degrees and chance of precipitation is 4%. Sunday night, chance of showers before midnight and most clouds got the low and 64 degrees and chance of precipitation is 30%. And Monday, chance of showers and Pakistan got high near 80 degrees and chance of precipitation is 30%. Monday night, Pakistan got low and 64 degrees and Tuesday, most of the got high near 83 degrees. Tuesday night, Pakistan got low and 63 degrees. Wednesday, most of the got high near 81 degrees. Wednesday night, Pakistan got low and 62 degrees. For Thursday, most of the got high near 80 degrees. Peter's weather phrase of the evening, a pleasant night on tap. Peter, Channel News time is now 5:15. And it is time now for a little traffic report here. And we're going to take the Peter Copter cam and circle around the map and Southeast Expressway southbound side backed up from the tunnel all the way down to the Braintree split on the southbound side. Northbound side, you can set from 203 to the tip of the Needle Tunnel and it's slow on both sides here. And Mass Pike in the South Boston stretch, slow on both sides from South Boston to Logan Airport on both sides. And Mass Pike in the eastbound side slow from Brighton down to 93 and Mass Pike slow on the eastbound side from Weston down to the Newton due to an accident on the ramp from Mass Pike in 128, so trust us some extra time. And Mass Pike slow from West Newton all the way down to Natick and 93 on the southbound side. An incident on 93 northbound,
which is kind of very
near the Mystic Valley Parkway on 93.
Had such a great weekends all summer. You know, this might be the
Southbound here, so it's slow on the southbound side from Somerville down to the Dakin Bridge. 93 northbound slow from the Dakin Bridge all the way down to Medford here. And Route 1 north a little slow on Route 1 north in Charlestown due to some road work on the Tobin Bridge on the northbound side. In Charlestown and Route 1 north a little slow in the reverse stretch to Route 60 doing the next on Route 1 north near Route 60 here. 93 north a little slow from Stoneham to the 95 128 here. 128 on the
a little bit more lightning up around Laconia right at this point.
northbound side slow from Waltham all the way down for Braden Bog down here and 128 stop Bog down for Burlington all the way down through.
So it should be there, and then it will move on.
All the way down through
Hold it together and getting to
Braintree, so a major backup on 128 southbound as you in that area try to have some patience with you as 128 accident near Great Plain Avenue in Needham on 128 southbound, so trust us some extra time in that area, okay?
nowhere near the record.
And 128 southbound a little slow from Denver's down to Peabody here. Doing an accident 128 northbound in the Peabody after you pass 95. 93 north a little slow from 133 and then over to the New Hampshire border here as it is slow from Salem all the way down Windham, New Hampshire. 95, 105 from 120 to the New Hampshire border. Route 3 north slow from 120 in Burlington all the way up into Lowell here. And alright, south is good to go from Lowell down to Nashua, and 1-3 south good to go from Tingsbury down to Burlington, and Route 3 northbound. In Nashua, accident on the southbound side near the Peasant Lane Mall in Nashua, New Hampshire here. 495 northbound slow from Chelmsford all the way down for Lawrence, and Route 495 southbound slow from 20 to Andover all the way down through Lowell, and 495 north a little slow from Wilton down to Lowell here. And then 495 on the northbound side slow from Mass Pike all the way down to 290 in Marlborough. 495 south a little slow from Route 20 down through 135 in Ashland there. And 485 slow from 24 in Raynham down to 44 in Middlebury here. And 24 and 495 intersecting also doing an accident 24 south near 495 here. And 95 south a little slow after you get on to 95 south from 120 in Kenton here, but otherwise it's good to go from 120 to the Rhode Island border, 24 miles from 120 to the Rhode Island border otherwise here. And Route 3 on the southbound, Route 3 accident on Route 3 south
We get quite a bit of rain on Saturday.
in Marshfield, but otherwise Route 3 south slow from Braintree to
where this thing is good.
Raymond Dodgers are good to go from Seymour Dan for Braintree here.
Weekend days,
Route 6 on the westbound side, slow from 137 to 124 in Harwich, and
thunderstorm.
otherwise Route 6 modified 128 slow as you approach the Borden Rotary, and 25 east slow you approach, and the Borden Bridge stop on side slow. And 195 east, a little slow from 103 to the Bradford Bridge and Fall River. And take a look at the down traffic situation. 95 south slow from the Pawtucket Escrows down for downtown Providence. 95 northbound slow from East Greenwich all the way down for downtown Providence. 295 on the northbound side slow from 95 Warwick all the way down for Johnston. 295 south a little slow around Route 6 in Johnston, and 146 south a little slow as approach 295 in Lincoln here. And 295 is good to go from North Harbor down for Warwick. Route 4 backed up from North Kingstown and East Greenwich to 95 northbound, and 130 mile from North Kingstown down to Newport here. Peter Channel News time 5:20. Time to have for a little Peter Channel News in Newport here. And our top story of the day is the trades around the Major League as the trade deadline is over. And I'm not making this up. Jon Lester and Johnny Gomes have been traded from the
Serious health warning tonight. Coming for
as I'm going to use my little helmets here. Johnny Gomes has been traded from the Boston Red Sox along with Jon Lester to the Oakland Athletics here for this guy, Yoenis Cespedes here. And meanwhile, the Boston Red Sox have traded John Lackey to the St. Louis Cardinals for Alan Craig and Joe Kelly here. And Alan Craig is the guy that scored the run against the Red Sox in game number 3 of the World Series as St. Louis got the series 2-1, but Red Sox win in 6. And the Tigers land the biggest deadline prize in Tampa Bay Rays star David Price as he is now dons a Tiger stripes of orange and gray of the Detroit Tigers here. And Washington Nationals are cry as Jubal from the Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees land infielders Martin Prado and Stephen Drew at deadline. Okay, let's take a look at other news here. Demonstrators opposed to the Senate unaccompanied minor immigrants back to Central American protests in front of the White House early this month.
it captures the human body.
As the last of the defense and assault and spread of a deadly Ebola virus in Britain, Lungi International Report in Sierra Leone will not be an obvious choice. Gaza City, Gaza Strip, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has taken written pledges of support from all political factions, including rebel Hamas, before making any attempt to press for possible war crimes charges against Israel, senior officials said. We can't stop surrounding these jihadists that carry this is how we do outfits. The Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled Thursday that the state's domestic partner registry does not violate the existing gay marriage ban. Massachusetts shoppers are hoping to shave a little off their shopping spree should hit the plans of their stores on August 16th, 17th. New Delhi, Islamabad is disclosed last month that the U.S. authorities spied on BJP when it was not in power. Foreign Minister Sushma Swaji raised the issue with the visiting Secretary of State John Kerry on Thursday, saying it was totally unacceptable in India. Taipei, Taiwan, a series of gas explosions on the streets of a 7-Taiwanese city killed 15 people and injured 228 others late Thursday night at 48 said. Militia fighting in Libya forced Greece to join an expanding list of the nations evacuating their citizens from the North African oil producer, with battles resuming near Tripoli and International Airport on Thursday. Chinese soldiers marched past the Id-Khan Mosque in Kashgar, Western China on Thursday. Getty images showing out that state-approved leader of the China's largest mosque by size was killed in the far western Chinese city of Kashgar, according to multiple sources. Chicago workplace shooting rattled the city's financial district Thursday when a newly demoted executive shot and quickly wounded its company CEO, then killed himself, police said. Oklahoma, a man accused of killing 2 girls along rural Oklahoma Road is arrested until being questioned, and his fiance's death 3 years later has pleaded guilty to both cases. Johnny Williams leaves the federal courthouse in Richmond, Virginia after testifying on the 3rd day of the former Governor Bob McDonnell and his wife's Marines corruption trial. In Washington, CIA Director John Brennan apologized to Senate Intelligence Committee leaders after an internal agency inquiry found that CIA employees had conducted unfired searches of Senate computers.
Be diligent if you have a wound or cut.
In business news, financial markets went to a tailspin Thursday after Argentina defaulted on its debt, raising fears among securities investors are already faded over weak corporate earnings, growth, rising interest rates, and an aging bull market. WWE reports netted a net loss of $14.5 million compared with net profit of $5.2 million a year earlier, as the self-cuts and other cost-cutting moves would help boost operating income before depreciation and
Damage to their homes covered by insurance companies.
amortization by $30 million in 2015, WWE said. New York, the collapse of talks with the U.S. creditors sent Argentina to the second of the default in 13 years, raised questions about what comes next for financial markets and in the South America's nation's staggering economy. Technology news: San Francisco Microsoft must hand over the email store servers in Ireland to complete its U.S. warning in narcotics case a federal judge's ruled. Google's finding that a lot of people had things they'd rather forget about in just about the first month and a half was accepting the request for links to be removed under Europe's controversial new right to be forgotten law, Google said. Reddit very embarrassed by Orlando Bloom and Justin Bieber's fight. Monday night finale of The Bachelorette, ABC's long-running guilty pleasure was uncharacteristically surprising for a show whose film has been in Will Sargent and storylines fairly predictable. Sharknado 2 ratings were fine, just not spectacular. Getting up on the screen was a drama insult by producer Brian Grayson, who grew up loving James Brown's music, got the notion in the movie in the late 90s while working on another movie. The Oakland Athletics squad and A starter Jon Lester this morning with a glittering World Series pedigree Thursday morning and may not have been the most similar deal of the day. It just last October that Jon Lester was closing out the World Series for the Boston Red Sox over Alan Craig and the St. Louis Cardinals. And as Joe Cabrera traded the Nationals. Washington scientists have mapped out how a group of fearsome massive dinosaurs evolved and shrank to the likes of robins and hummingbirds. NASA's planning over the next an improved scientific instrument that will be included on board the next robotic Mars rover. The Texas dog tour came down in Ebola while volunteering in the library has been given one of the doses of this potentially life-saving drug in the of an American aid worker infected with a deadly virus. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said on Thursday to modernize its decades-old inspection methods for poultry in an attempt to crack down on foodborne illnesses. If you want to see something truly scary, go to the website Sugar Stacks to look at pyramids of sugar cubes stacked next to soda containers. Here.
Twice as good. And Mia Hamm has always been driven to win. The conviction to be the best.
Okay. And a 12-ounce can of Coke. You will get 10 grams of sugar. A bottle, 16-liter bottle of Coke will get you 17 grams of sugar, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke will get 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28 grams of sugar. That's 39 grams of sugar in a can of Coke, 65 grams in a 6-ounce bottle of Coke, and 108 grams in a bottle of Coke.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Alright, Beer Channel News time, 5:27, and it is time now. And it is time now for the stock market report here. We all said earlier on that the stocks took a toll, a big toll. Dow Jones 6563.30, a big 317-point loss. S&P 593.67, down 39.40. NASDAQ 4369.77, down 93.13. European markets here. DAX 947.48, down 186.20. FTSE 673.11, down 43.33. CAC 4246.14, down 66.16. Asia markets Nikkei 15620.77, down 25.46. Shanghai 2201.56, up 20.32. HSI 24756.85, up 24.64. Oil 97.65, down 2.62. Brent 105.49, down 102. And natural gas 3.828, up 0.042. And in the gold, 112.83.10, down 13.80. Silver 20.42, down 0.177. Copper 3.2305, down 0.011. And in the bonds, US 10-year yield 2.5615%, up 0.01%. Germany 10-year yield 1.163%, down 0.004. Japan 10-year yield 0.536%, down 0.001. And in the FX, European US dollar 1.3387, down 0.001. US dollar Japanese yen 102.80, up 0.01, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.6884, unchanged. And that is going to be it for the Women's Champion Channel News. Evening report on this July 31st, 2014 on a Thursday evening. This PJ was to be a good evening with a good positive to till and have a good evening.